Welcome back. Well, President Trump giving his clearest indication yet about his plans for 2024. Take a listen to this.
Well, 100% I'm thinking about running, and we will, I think, be very successful. If we were very successful, look, I ran twice, and the second time I got 12 million more votes than the first time.
Here now, Byron York, Washington Examiner chief political correspondent. He also is a Fox Business contributor. Great to see you, Byron. Your reaction to that? You know, he's getting a stronger voice here about 2024, being a little bit more clear, even saying that he would consider, working with Governor Ron DeSantis from Florida. Your thoughts on what President Trump at 78 would look like taking the helm?
Well, absolutely not surprised that he would say this. I mean, Donald Trump is now marking his 100th day as a former president, and there's no doubt he has been the most publicly, politically active former president ever. I mean, he's just not sitting around going over designs for his presidential library. He talked a lot in that interview with Maria Bartiromo about 2022 and trying to elect Republicans. Now, as far as 2024 is concerned, he didn't really say anything. He said he was 100% thinking. And so, one more thing. I think we never know what's going to happen 3 years from now, but I think it may be particularly unpredictable this time, because in 3 years, Joe Biden, who says he wants to run again, would be an 81-year-old man about to turn 82, ask the voters to allow him to serve till 86. And Donald Trump, as you mentioned, would be 78. So it could be a very unpredictable race.
It could be, but if, for example, Joe Biden, his health was failing, some people say it is right now, some say that, but if, for example, he was to step aside in 4 years, maybe Trump would be running against Kamala Harris.
Well, the president just stood up and delivered a 65-minute speech last night. So he seems to be fine now. But clearly, there's been a lot of speculation. Look, any time you'd have a president who's going to be running for re-election at 82, you're going to have speculation. And it's been my feeling, and it's just an opinion, that Donald Trump probably will not run again. But he clearly relishes this position of influence that he has. And the next Republican candidate, if it's not Donald Trump, is going to be somebody who acknowledges the accomplishments of President Trump, who celebrates those accomplishments, but who also appeals to Republicans who support Trump but want to move on.
You bring up a great point, because one of the problems with President Trump, or one of the criticisms of him, was that it really was so much about him, and he really wasn't, unifying the party. Do you think if he stepped back in more of an advisory role, helped craft the policies, helped think about the future and what the economy should look like, and giving his input in that way, instead of maybe perhaps what cost him the election last time, the tweeting, the constant brashness, the back and forth, maybe he would be better served doing that?
Well, one of the things we've learned over these many years about President and Donald Trump, the man, is that he is who he is. He's not going to change. And I think he'll always be talking about his accomplishments. And I think if he doesn't run, the way that a new Republican cracks the code of getting nominated and then elected is to appreciate and celebrate the accomplishments of President Trump, but appeal to those Republicans who feel the same way, who appreciate what President Trump did, but also feel you don't go backwards, it's time to go forwards.
Real quick, I'm just wondering if you think, since November and as we look ahead to 2024, in this time period, as you said, so much can happen. But maybe the former president, sort of steps back. Maybe he tones it down a little bit. Maybe he starts to appeal to people a little more.
I'm sorry to kind of giggle a bit about that.
No way.
So many Republicans for so long have said about Donald Trump, he's this incredible political talent. He connects with people in a way that nobody else could do. And if he could only kind of, smooth off some of those rough edges, he would be unbeatable. Yeah. President Trump is who he is. That's not going to change.
All right, Byron, great to see you. Thanks so much for your insight.
Thank you.